Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a bit of a downer, but I am totally at a standpoint right now in my mental illness, and I'm totally lost, and I'm really this close to dipping off the end, and I could use some advice myself. Last week I did a video all about the mental health service and whether you should go into it or whether you should not, and what my thoughts were altogether. And you all know that I am in the NHS mental health service and I'm finding it really tough. But last week I thought I was at a breakthrough, and that I'd seen quite a few people lately and things were being said that sounded right, and I felt more like things were getting done and I was progressing a bit more. But the trouble is, in the NHS mental health service at least, is you don't see one person. All the people you've seen give you your opinion on what you should do for your recovery and what service you should go into and what type of therapy you need. Trouble is with that is when you sit down with the person who sort of is to look after you and agree what your next course of action is, you have all these people with different opinions and no one can agree, and they all are adamant that their opinion and their view is right against other people, whether those people are more qualified than them or not. Everyone has a different opinion, and it's getting to a point where it's just frustrating because nothing's being done. Everything is at a standpoint. No one wants to listen to what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I know what I think would be best for me, but no one is listening to my opinion because I'm just the patient and I don't know anything, and they all think that their opinion should be the one that is taken, and it's just got into this whole mess, and it's become a huge standpoint and nothing is getting done, and I'm getting so frustrated with it all, because if anything should be decided, it should be decided by me, because I'm the one that has to go through with the therapy, I'm the one that has to do it, and overall it's about me, this therapy, so I should be the one that chooses whose opinion should be taken and what I want to do. Why is it with a mental illness that when you think you've had a good day or a good few days or maybe a good week, you think you're finally coping, you think you're sort of on steady ground, you think you get a little bit stronger because you've had a few good days, a good day, and then it's a series of bad things that just come along and it just totally blows everything up. On the Sunday I got to go to my neighbour's christening, their baby boy's christening, and I know a few of you will know that I've talked about them before. It's my neighbours above, and they have the cutest baby boy ever, and it was his christening on Sunday, and it was such an honour to be a part of it and to be able to go to it, and it was a really good day. It was so fun to see the baby all being all dressed up handsome in a little suit and to celebrate him, and it was a really good day. With all this mental health mess that was going on between the NHS and all this rubbish, I needed a day where I could forget about having a mental illness for a second and just relax and celebrate, you know, the baby, and it was such a great fun. My anxiety was at a high because I was in a room full of strangers, because I only really know the neighbours, and I was in strange places, but I did it and I felt great off of that, and I just had a generally good time. After Sunday, everything has just been like a landslide. Arguments between what is happening with my care, as in the mental health service, have got worse, and that has just put me in a real funk. And then I got some really crappy news on Tuesday, and it just sent me in a spiral of depression. When I got the news, I did everything I could to hold it together, which everybody knows that is the worst thing you can do. And then once I got into a semi-private area, I just burst into tears, and I was heartbroken And ever since then, everything just seems so rubbish and not worth it. And with my mental health care being at a standpoint, then this crappy news coming along, and me finally feeling like I was on steady ground, and then all this has just happened, has completely just ruined it. And I've just had enough. I've had enough of never knowing where I stand with the professionals. I've had enough of constantly getting bad news and expected to just brush it off like it didn't happen or something. And I've just had enough of my mental illness. I am sick to death of having to fight this battle every single day and explain it to people who don't get it or think we're making it up, or just having to explain myself to people who really don't seem to give a damn. I've just generally had enough of it all. I am sick to death of getting up every day and knowing that that day is going to be crap. I am tired of crying all the time. I'm just tired. And if people follow my personal Facebook account, you guys will know that the other day I just put a status saying, when is it okay to just give up? And I don't necessarily mean suicide, because I'm not at that place at this time, but when is it okay to literally just say to the mental illness, to doctors, professionals and everyone like that, to just say, leave it, I'm done, I have a mental illness, I'm done. If it kills me, it kills me, but I am sick to death of fighting it because it's not working. And I've had this mental illness for a few years now, and when I first got it and was diagnosed with having a mental illness, like, I was sure that within that year, I always said within that year, I wanted to be on a steady ground and sort of have my life more put together, and it just seems to have got worse, and I'm sick to death of wasting away. I am hating the idea that I have to plaster this smile on my face every day, and to me it's just become a chore to live a day. And I know it sounds more like the suicide area, but I'm not going to do that because I'm more stronger than I was back then, even though I feel really, really depressed and tired and just generally upset. And I feel like the mental illness, if it was a person, is just laughing at me. And maybe a few of you have felt the same, that like it's laughing at you for like, oh, you thought you were having a good few days, think again. And then it throws everything it can to destroy you. And it's like you are constantly being tested to see if you're strong enough to carry all your worst nightmares coming true. And you're not designed to carry every worst nightmare you've ever had all at once. You will crumble, and I literally feel like I am crumbling apart, and there is only like a little piece of me left, hanging on to the thought that maybe I will be able to put myself back together. I'm just wondering, do I fight the mental health people and make them see my side, even though I've tried and never stop fighting that area, and carry on trying to cope with my mental illness? Or do I just say, no, I'm done, I'm done seeing people, I am done going through therapy, I am done talking about it, I'm just going to live life as much as I can until I eventually completely crumble and it kills me. And that's why I think this video is more of not a cry for help, but I need advice. I know a lot of you, from your stories that you have told me, you have felt a similar way, and I could really use your advice right now because I'm just lost. I need advice, not from professionals, but from people who have felt this way or are feeling this way, to tell me what you're doing with and just give me some ideas, because I'm at a total loss and I've got a decision to make, because I feel like I am in this giant maze and I have all these different paths, but every path I try to go down is a dead end, and I cannot find the path that leads me straight to where I need to go to get back on my feet. And I am really tired of fighting all these professionals who think they know what's best for me without even caring about my own opinion. I am sick to death of talking about my feelings to people that you know don't really care, and I'm just tired, and I could really use some advice. I know today's video has been a complete and utter downer, but I thought about plastering on a smile and doing a video about something else, but I vowed from the very beginning of the group to always be honest with you about what I'm feeling, what's happening with my recovery, and any advice and tips I can give you. And I needed to get it out, and I needed to ask for advice, because I just don't know what to do. I am so close to just fading away, and I need some help, and it'd be really nice to have a day when I'm not breaking down. If you guys have any advice for me, it would be a real help. You can message me. You all guys know how to message me. The links to all the Spring Club Courage pages and some of my own personal pages are in the description link below. So thank you all very much. And hopefully next time I do a vlog, I will be in a better mood.